We're going live, and we are live. Welcome to another live stream repair. We've got a pretty easy day today, just one single HomePod with no power. Go ahead and unbox that. Get that set up here. If you missed yesterday's stream, it was fairly intense. We started with a board that had been messed up during someone else's repair attempts. We got that fixed up, and then we fixed up someone else's whole HomePod that had some prior repair attempts. And then we finished with a third whole HomePod that just had no power. That second HomePod, we weren't able to set up by the end of the stream. We couldn't figure that out. I found a way to get it set up. So I just got my Android phone out and I set up a Wi-Fi hotspot, and then I got my iPhone, connected it to that, and then of course just set it up on my hotspot, and that worked like a charm. So I let it sit and configure for a few minutes, and then once it was all up and happy, I moved my phone's Wi-Fi. I turned my Android hotspot off, and that reconnected my Android phone back to my regular network, and I airplayed some music to that speaker for a few hours. Everything seems to be working well so far. I'm gonna hit that person up who sent it in and see how much longer they would like that to be tested before they feel comfortable with it being good and ready for me to send it in. But anyways, we've got just this one today for no power. So let's grab our watt meter here and just plug this in and make sure that we've got what we expect here. So no signs of life on the top and just a couple of watts at the wall. Seems about right for a shorted diode. Let's get this taken apart, and we'll have a good rest of our Friday. So we'll start with our pry tool here and make sure that we are getting underneath the right layer. Then we can work that around. We're going to go around one more time just to make that a little easier on us to pull up. There we go. We'll get our T6 here and pull this display up. It's just these 4 screws for this display. Okay, with those out of the way, we can get something under that whole display. Pry this up. Very good. Let's get this frame out. It's just 4 more T6 screws for that. And then we can take these two big screws out for the drawstring, holding the mesh tight. We can get those drawstrings undone. Wiggle the mesh around to get our frame out. We'll grab something to set this on so we can pull our mesh down. Get this logic board out. Then we want to take all the rubber covers off of these screws here around the top basket. Then we can go at those screws. Okay, then before we start ripping that basket up, we want to get this logic cable detached from this. Very nice. Feels like their woofer is in good condition. I was just curious. Let's get this basket pried off. Okay, that feels loose enough to pry off by hand. Very good. We can get that subwoofer out now. Move this logic cable out of the way here. And that's gonna hang us up later, so I'm just gonna get rid of it now. There we go. Let's get these plastic rings out now. All right. Power supplies turn. And finally, the amp board's turn to come out. Just 14 screws. All right, amp can come out now. Set all that to the side. And we're just going to do a quick zoom in on here and swap that diode out with a new one. All right. Old diode be gone. We'll grab a new one here. We've already got it tinned up earlier. Let's drop some flux onto our board. And heat it down. We got that on there nice and neat. Let's go on ahead and throw this together real quick on the bench to check for any DC offset. Logic cable. Logic board. Logic subwoofer. Let's get ourselves a power cable here. Get our multimeter, set that to DC mode, and power this puppy up. All right, no power issue has been fixed, as we kind of expected that at this point. Let's check for DC offset once this finishes booting. Hopefully we don't have any, and we can throw this one back together and be on our way. Let's see, so we've got about 14, 13, and it's holding pretty steady there. That seems that looks pretty good to me. Far below any unacceptable levels. Well, it's at 18. This is millivolts, mind you. This isn't anything's too big. 17 millivolts, 18 millivolts. Yeah, that's staying around 17, 18. Those are pretty good numbers to me. Let's get this one thrown back together, and we'll send it on its way home. If for whatever reason I misjudge any characteristics while I'm repairing these and I send them back not fixing something and they end up having that problem, I don't have a problem covering that shipping to have it sent in, and we'll get it fixed up for you. But best I can tell, this board only needed no power repair. Everything else on it seems pretty happy. So we will get it thrown back together and send it back on its way. Get that logic board put back, or that logic cable put back in. Lock that in place. Get their power supply put back in. Get our plastic rings put back in now. Get our subwoofer put back. All right, top basket. Alright, top basket is screwed down. Stick that cable back in place. Put our rubber covers back in. Logic board. Logic board frame. Get those drawstrings put back in. Okay, let's loosely screw that into place and then pull that mesh in. Here we go. Display time. All right, last but not least, let's get the display put back on, or sorry, the top touch cover. Get that lined up as best as we can. And then we'll come at it from the top to double check. And we can push that on. Alright, let's plug that into power and see if we've got everything all lined up and we didn't forget anything. Alright, it's powering up. Once it boots up, we'll try to get those volume buttons to show up so we can check that those are lined up and evenly lit up, and we'll be all done here. Okay.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Good, good. She makes sound.
I'm having trouble.
And the volume buttons are evenly illuminated. We got this one all fixed up. I'll do a factory reset and thoroughly sound test this one after the stream. But that's it for this. That's it for today's repair stream. We just got this one for no power. If you have any questions about any of my repairs, feel free to leave that in the comments or shoot me an email. Visit my website at nixfix.com and get all your info on repairing your own HomePod or sending yours in. And hope you guys have a great Friday. Goodbye.